Hi guys, welcome back to the Hangout. Today I'm joined by VALÉ, who is a singer-songwriter, and she is new to the music scene. Her music has an R&B pop flavor, so if that is your genre and taste, make sure to check out her music. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
Okay, I want to start with your background. What's your earliest memory of music?
Um, I've always been into music literally my entire life, but I would say that my earliest memories would be like at around 6 years old, like being in my school choir, like in first grade. That would be probably like the first real memory I have of music.
Do you remember any of the songs that you would have to sing in choir?
Yes. Because I was a soprano, so I always had to sing like Somewhere Over the Rainbow. Oh my God. We always sang Under the Sea for some reason, like the Little Mermaid song. We always did that song for some reason. We always did Silent Night, even if it's not even if it wasn't Christmas, I don't know. We did Silent Night a lot. But yeah, those three I remember were the ones we sang the most. And I was in the choir for 5 years,
Oh,
and we sang them for the whole 5 years. So
oh man.
yeah,
We should
yeah.
get a revision, like an older version of these songs and covers again. You
Oh
should just
yeah.
for fun.
There's a video of me singing Somewhere Over the Rainbow, and I was a little child and I was so scared. I remember that so vividly. I was so terrified. It was
Oh,
it was something, man, because I was singing it by myself, like with a partner, but I was so terrified. It was That's a core memory right there. I would say.
so did you grow up playing any instruments?
I've always tried to like branch out into different instruments. I remember that I was in like piano lessons when I was younger, and I kind of quit, and then I got back into them, and then I quit again, and now I'm trying to learn by myself. But the instrument I like stuck to the most with was like guitar, around like when I was 14-ish. So like I've been learning for about 3 years. So I've stuck to that one the most. But yeah.
Nice. Can we talk about you were born in Colombia, is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Um, were you raised up there or did you move?
No, I'm born and raised in Barranquilla, Colombia. Um, but yeah, it's different from the US. I mean, the culture is way different. I feel like I don't know. The culture over there is like everyone's super like straightforward. Like I feel like I have like thicker skin because I'm from Colombia. Like I said, everyone's like super harsh in Colombia. Yeah. So I don't know. The culture is really different because I know here people are a little more sensitive. Like I've definitely noticed that. That's what I've noticed. People aren't as aggressive as they are in Colombia. So yeah, I was born and raised there. But I want to move to the US soon,
Nice.
hopefully.
Where are you currently based?
I'm still in Barranquilla. Right now I'm in
Oh, cool.
LA. Um, but I'm still in high school. I graduate in May.
Oh, that's so exciting.
Yeah. So I'm really excited to be able to like move here and, I mean it's easier if I move, but yeah, I'm still in high school, so I haven't been able to move. But yeah.
How are you finding the workload balance with school, but then also trying to pursue your music career?
So to be honest, it was kind of hard at first. Like I started music at 15, like an actual musical career. I started it at 15, so I was in ninth grade. And at first it was really hard to balance out. But I think like my school has really helped me with it. They allow me to travel, and when I travel, it's not a requirement for me to like work on everything my friends are doing back home. I can catch up later, so that helps a lot because I have long work days whenever I'm here because I'm not here all the time, obviously. So it's long work days and I'm always really tired at the end of the day. So I don't have time to like do my homework. They've helped a lot, but senior year has been kind of tough, like, because we have big projects and stuff like that. So it's difficult like to balance it out. But my friends also help me a lot. They send me the work. Don't tell anyone. Don't tell anybody. This is between you and me, okay?
That's awesome.
Yeah, they send me the work sometimes and it helps me. But yeah, it's gotten easier over time. I've learned how to manage it, but at first it was really difficult. I was really overwhelmed all the time, but it's gotten easier.
I was talking to another artist recently where she was also studying and pursuing her music career, and we were saying how she was kind of like Hannah Montana. Do you
Yeah.
feel like you're like that sometimes with like the best of both worlds?
Yeah, I mean, it kind of feels like that sometimes because I mean, obviously I'm not like a big artist, but sometimes I'm like, okay, my friends are like, you know, applying to colleges and stuff like that. I'm not planning on going to college at least now. So it's kind of weird to see like I'm still living like a normal like teenager life over in Barranquilla, but when I'm here I'm like an artist, you know? So it's kind of like it's yeah, it's like the best of both worlds. It's a little weird, but I mean, I love my career and I think it's pretty sick that I started like a lifelong career at 15, which is pretty crazy while people my age were like focusing on being kids and I was
Yeah.
working. Yeah. So it's it's pretty great. Yeah, it's a Hannah Montana moment.
How does it feel to know you already know what you want to do in the future? Like,
I mean, not gonna lie, like at the start of senior year, I was a little nervous because, like I said, my friends were like already like working on their college applications. Like I wrote a college essay as well because I was like, well, what do I do? Like I wrote it, and my parents were like, listen, you have to trust yourself and you have to believe in yourself and in your art, and your team is very good. And I was like, yeah, but like everybody is applying to college and I'm over here like working on music, like, you know, so it feels good, but at the same time it's a little nerve-wracking sometimes because this is like, I mean, every career is like, you know, a hit in the dark sometimes, but
totally.
this one specifically, like, I don't know, I feel like this one's a little different. This one's difficult to pop off, you know, so it feels good to know that this is what I want to do, but sometimes it's a little scary as well.
Totally.
Yeah.
I want to talk about your musical influences. I know you're a directioner, and we are doing it.
Free
Oh,
people with kindness hoodie.
happy birthday, Harry Styles, today.
Yes. Happy birthday. I already posted about it. It's a international holiday. Come on. But yeah, I am a directioner.
I want
Yeah.
to talk about your musical influences. Growing up, who were some artists that you looked up to or that you drew inspiration from?
Well, I mean, it's a different conversation if we say growing up as to my musical inspirations from now. Like when I was growing up, I obviously was crazy about One Direction, Justin Bieber, Jonas Brothers, crazy, crazy. Like, but I think that One Direction was like my main thing because I was 7 when One Direction started, you know, getting big, and I loved them so much. But I also loved other people, I guess. But they were my main. But
Yeah.
now like my musical inspiration mainly comes from artists like Harry, um, SZA. I really love her so much. I also try to like get lyrical inspiration from other artists like Taylor Swift. It has really influenced my writing style during quarantine because she released 2 beautiful albums that are like literally poetry. So I'm like, okay, I want to write like that. So that's
Mhm.
influenced a little bit of my writing during quarantine. But I also listen to a lot of like old 80s and 70s rock bands like Fleetwood Mac, Aerosmith, Kiss, the Beatles, Journey, Bee Gees. All of these people also influence me. Maybe you don't hear it in my music, but they are present in my mind when I'm creating. So yeah, I have a lot of different influences, but yeah, those are like the main people I would say.
I love that. Do you draw a lot of personal experience when you're songwriting as well?
Yes, but an interesting thing is that during quarantine, because of taking inspiration from Miss Taylor, I've also been reading a lot during quarantine, and I have like mixed these two, like reading and like the Taylor style of writing.
Nice.
I haven't had to like write songs that are necessarily about my own situations. I've been like trying to, if I read about something that maybe I haven't experienced, I try to like take that and like I draw like some quotes from the books and stuff like
Mm.
that, and I write songs about those. So I do take inspiration from my own life, but I'm only 17 and I haven't lived too much. So if there's something that draws my attention from like a book or something, I write about that too. So it's like a nice little balance, and I'm really happy that I've learned to like branch out into other styles of writing and storytelling as well.
Nice. I totally get that. I'm like always surprised when there's such young artists coming out with such like I guess relatable songs and lyrics at such a young age and you're like, how did you experience all of this at such a young age?
Yeah, I think that a lot of people actually do that. Like they just, or even like their family members maybe are going through something and they write about that. I mean, it doesn't have to be just like something you've lived through. You can tell stories about what other people have gone through, or yeah, stuff like that. So I feel like most of the songs that sound really mature and they come from like a 16-year-old, it's not likely that they went through a mega heartbreak at 16, or maybe it is.
Mhm.
Everyone lives their own life, but
Sure.
personally I'm starting to branch out, and that makes me really happy because I feel like I'm evolving as a writer, which is really important to me because I always want to write my own music. I think that's really important because it makes you really in touch with everything you do. So yeah,
Totally.
I'm happy
Okay.
that I'm learning.
Yay. Let's talk about your music. Your debut single was released last year, Be
Yes.
Somebody. Can you talk about the process of creating that?
um that song I think was made in like summer of 2019, and basically I consider myself like a really like individual person. I like to have like my own things and be unique, and that song came from like me being kind of frustrated that like some people were trying to like copy me in some ways.
Mm.
So the song is not trying to talk about like, it's not like a roast to like someone that's trying to be like somebody else. It's basically saying that you are enough and you don't have to like fulfill like yourself with stuff that other people do, or like that others have. Like you're enough and you're interesting enough as you are, and you don't have to like try to become somebody you're not. So that's kind of where it came from. It started out like with me being frustrated, but then I was like, okay, maybe this can take a twist. Like it can be like a call to those that maybe feel like they're kind of lost within themselves, and they want to like seem more interesting to the rest of the world. But at the end of the day, I think everyone's unique in their own way, and that you should embrace that. And yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I think we all draw inspiration from others, but you're in the wrong when you try to become somebody you're not. And that's what the song is about. Like embrace, like don't get lost trying to be somebody else. That's what the song is. So yeah.
Preach. Preach. That was
Thank
amazing. Yes.
you.
And you had a Be Somebody series on a little mini series as well. What was the inspiration
Yeah.
behind doing that?
Basically I was trying to like get people, oh my god, that's my mom screaming over there. um yeah. The series was like me trying to like let people know who I am, like a little fun facts about myself. Like the first episode was kind of like an introduction to me, just like some random facts, but then it started getting like um more specific, like specific facts, like me being scared of ET, canceled ET, and no, I hate it. But yeah, that's kind of like the inspiration behind it, like just for people to get to know who I am. Yeah, that was kind of like the idea behind it.
Nice.
It worked.
You have a new single coming
Yeah.
out this month called So-Called Friends.
Yes.
What can we expect from it?
Okay, so this is my favorite song that I have. Like, I love it so much. So from this one, I think it's gonna like make some people realize like what they're worth and what their time is worth and what their energy is worth and what they deserve. Because the song is basically about me saying that maybe you are surrounded with energy and company that doesn't benefit your own energy, and that's kind of bringing you down. So the song is kind of like about realizing what you should surround yourself with, and I think that a lot of people will resonate with that because especially during quarantine I have realized like who my real friends are, like who the real people that care about me are, um those who check on you and whatnot, those who support you. And the song is, I think, gonna like help people realize like maybe like what the direction their life is taking is really like, because honestly people that you surround yourself with influence you a lot, like whether it's like you pick up some of their like ways and whatever, their energy is also contagious, and if you're surrounding yourself with people that aren't bringing the best version of you out, then it's not worth it. So that's kind of like what this song is about. That's what you should expect, and I think you're gonna like it a lot. It's very cool too. It's a cool song. It might sound a little dark and sad, but I promise you it's not. Cool.
You said you were in LA working on some stuff.
Yeah.
Can you share what you're working on, or you're busy? What's coming up? What can we?
Um, I mean, I'm working on some music right now. I actually don't have any of the demos, so I can't share that with you right now. But I've been, just building content and getting ready for the next drops that are coming in these months. But today I'm shooting the video for So Called Friends. So maybe you can know that. If you couldn't, well, I just said it. So yeah, I'm shooting that today and I'm super excited. Ooh,
That's so exciting.
yeah, it's really, really exciting. But yeah, it's exciting.
Stay tuned.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
moving forward as an artist, where do you kind of see yourself? Where do you want to see yourself in the future?
I mean, it's kind of hard to tell with this whole quarantine, but hopefully it's over soon. And I really want to start performing live, and I want to, because I mean, I dropped my first songs like during quarantine, so I haven't really been able to like interact with real people, a real audience. It's all been like through live performances online and stuff like that. So my main thing is I want to perform live, and I really want people to like connect with me, eye contact, I need that. But I kind of want to see myself, performing, even if it's like small concerts or whatever. I really want to do that. um yeah, I just want to see myself grow. Ultimately, that's what I care about the most. I've seen a lot of personal growth this past year. So, yeah, I'm just really excited for that. I want to see myself as a more mature individual in a year from now, and yeah, that I think that's the most important thing in my opinion, that I want to see from myself. And I want to see myself, really put all my energy into this career and give it my all. I think what matters to me the most, to be honest.
Wow, you're so inspiring. And for our show as well, the Hangout, we always want to share sort of the impact that music has on people. What do you, for you personally, how has music sort of impacted you?
I mean, it's definitely a huge part of my life. I mean, it impacts me, and I mean, it can make me happy, it can make me sad. I mean, it helps me, like I said, realize certain stuff about my life that maybe I wasn't, aware of. It just impacts me in the best way, and I think that as an artist, I want people to feel that way with what I put out and with the music I create. So yeah, I mean, it impacts it impacts me in every way possible. I mean, I think it's the most powerful art form. It's just amazing, and yeah, it's helped me a lot, especially during quarantine. I think art has really helped me push through and helped me, like, keep my head in the game. And yeah, like seeing other artists like thriving, it really impulses me as well. Like, I get inspiration from other people, like not just like their music, but the individuals as well. So
Mhm.
yeah, it's
Nice.
really important.
That's amazing. Well, thank you so much for chatting.
Thank
Um,
you
where,
for having
where,
me.
where can people find your music? Where can people find you on social? Share it all.
Everything social media is all VALÉ in all caps, all my social media. And then Spotify is just VALÉ. I think you have to like look my songs up with the name so I come up, but it's all VALÉ, and you can find all my links in my like links in my bio. Everything's there, real pretty for you. But yeah, everything's VALÉ in all caps. And if you want to go give some of my music a try, I'd really appreciate it.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for chatting.
Thank you for
That
having
was
me. It was
ballet.
great.